From the Romanian Catholic Diocese, the Diocese of St. George in Canton for the Romanians, we have with us His Grace, Bishop John Michael Boteen. Your Grace, what concretely can you do as a bishop in the next year to bring about Christian unity?
What concretely can I do as a bishop? Well, first of all, I can love my enemies like the Lord commanded. I can do that just as if the rest of us can, you know. And that's the most important thing. Make sure I don't have enemies among other Christians. To bring about Christian unity, there are some things that I can do that are specific to my office that I've been contemplating, but they would have to be undertaken very, very gently and very seriously. One of the things I want to talk about in my diocese, and we've begun talking about, is having all of our parishes celebrate Easter at the same time Easter is celebrated in Romania, which would be on the old calendar. And right now I know that that would be perhaps a difficult thing for especially our older parishes in the United States to do.
We hope not, though.
It would be nice.
Yes.
We've had the privilege of hosting Mirna Nasur a couple of times in one of our parishes in Boardman, Ohio, and so.
Do you know that I'm the godmother of her children?
Are you?
Yes.
Mabruk.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
We'll let you know about
okay. Okay. Well, I met her children. I'm like children. They're a handful. I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure. But so that's one little step that we can maybe take. But I don't want to do that at the risk of losing the hearts of the people, you know.
That's true. What do you see as the main stumbling block to Christian unity, and what can be done about it to remove it?
Well, I'm a bishop. I talk in this kind of language. The main stumbling block is sin, of course, and what can be done to remove it? Christ has already done everything that can be done to remove it. We just have to accept that, and so what we have to do is repent. And specifically, we have to learn, I think, like I started out, you know, what it means to love one another as Christ has loved us, including our enemies. And if we have to learn also to seek forgiveness, to ask forgiveness for the things that we've done. All the churches need to do that. And so my vision of that, what we all need to do as churches is get on our knees, literally, to give up all of our pretenses, all of our power, all of our pride, all of our prejudice, and on our knees to ask one another for forgiveness. Find some way of doing that that is genuine and from the heart. And if we can find a way to do that, I think we will have made a lot more effort than of course, all the stuff that the theologians are doing and that the bishops are doing is important.
That's true.
But it's when heart begins to speak to heart. If we can effectively do that, that's the most important thing.
Do you think the laity play a role in this Christian unity?
The laity or the leadership in this. The leadership, and the rest of us have to follow. This cry for church unity is coming from the heart of the church. It's coming from the people. It's up to the bishops to listen to that, and it's up to the theologians to interpret that and to put the language to that. But the laity, I think, have to lead the way, because they're the ones who live the brokenness of the church in their own families, in their own communities, and everything. Yeah.
Do you see the dawn of Christian unity in our time?
I think we've seen the dawn, or the pre-dawn, already. Before the sun rises, there's always that glimmer on the horizon, and I think we see that now, and we don't know, you know, when the sun is actually going to rise. That's going to be a complete gift from God. It's going to be a grace, and all we can do is prepare for the sunrise.
But do you see then the dawn of the unification in our time? The date?
Well, you know, the theme of this conference was church unity by 2054, question mark. And that was something that Jack Fiegel and I were talking about. That if we perhaps have this date, where we tell ourselves and somehow become convinced as Christians that we must not allow this schism to last 1,000 years. We must not allow that year to come and go and still see us divided. Perhaps that'll inspire us to do what it is that we need to do. And so, yes, I hope we can heal this, not seal it, before it's 1,000 years old. But realistically, or let's say from the human point of view, I think perhaps we have more than 38 years worth of work ahead of us.
Yes.
I think we do.
Anyway, Your Grace, thank you
so.
for your time, and we are honored to have you. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire.